Have the best day ever adventuring through the rainforest at the Butterfly Palace. And Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, everybody. Good morning on Friday. We made it to Friday. Congratulations to everybody. And I think we made it through. We got one more day of the heat today.
Right.
But this has been like, it feels to me like the hottest week of the summer, no?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it seems like that to me too. I know that it has been near record highs. I know at least that much.
Yeah, it's been, the heat index has been 100 plus every day this week.
And you know me, I'm out early and it's even hot then. Soupy hot. So
yeah, the excessive heat warning wraps up tonight at 10 o'clock and then it's going to get cooler. You're going to feel the difference.
Woohoo. All right, here's some news. Don't be scammed. Greene County deputies say, watch out. People are calling right now, pretending to be law enforcement and telling you that you've missed jury duty or you've missed a court appearance, failed to pay something. That is a scam. If you get the call, just hang up. Now, if you possibly actually did miss a court appearance because you're in trouble or you didn't pay something that you're supposed to pay, if that's the case, then go ahead and hang up. But then you can call the sheriff's office yourself or the court yourself and make sure that it's legit. But just be advised. Scammers are trying to get your money, your personal information, and apparently in some cases asking you to download some app or buy gift cards.
I'm imagining people in court and their defense is, Sarah Forhetz told me just to hang up.
Yeah. She said to hang up. She said that this was fake. I'm not actually supposed to be at jury duty, right? All right. If you drive around Springfield and you are just dying for the city to fix some trouble spot that you drive through every day, now's your chance. It's your turn. They want you to weigh in from now through September 6th with an online survey about priorities. You can find it at springfieldmo.gov/infrastructure survey. springfieldmo.gov/infrastructure survey. So it's pretty detailed. Actually, it goes over some of the priority projects that they have listed as priorities. And they're wondering what you think. They're saying, hey, we have the money, but you're the driver. So we would like you to help us prioritize how we spend said money. So take them up on it.
Yeah. Anybody's asking for an opinion, I'll give it.
And it's not even just roads, like it's sidewalks and things like that too. So, any kind of transportation related infrastructure plan that the city deals with is on this survey.
Should I go apologize about what I said about the roundabout before we got one?
Yeah, I do. In fact, think you should. Because Ethan complained about the roundabout because he's like, I don't like roundabouts, blah, blah, blah. And now he loves the roundabout.
Love is a strong term.
Okay, strong term. You're right.
I love my kids.
I do feel like
I love my dog.
We overuse the word. I get it.
I don't love a roundabout. But
all right, moving on.
I am fond of the roundabout now because we get out quicker. Unless, see, there's some people who sit there too long. Like there's enough space to go, especially if they're just going right. I'm like, come on. But then I'm like, well, maybe they're going to try to go across but then they end up going right and they had a whole lane to themselves.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the diverging diamonds. I remember when they started and people thought they were crazy. I remember getting this super cool aerial video from MoDOT showing the diverging diamond in action. And I was and still am a fan of the diverging diamond. Go Springfield, go. We're just like showing the way,
Springfield did have the very first diverging diamond in the United States. That is true. But now they're getting rid of that one because it doesn't work very well.
I'm a fan.
Up by the fairgrounds?
No, I'm talking about the one on Kansas Expressway and
by the fairgrounds.
Near Republic Road. No, it's not by the fairgrounds. Kansas Expressway Road. South, like by Chesterfield Village.
That wasn't the first one.
No, I didn't say it was the first one. I just said I'm a fan. Right. That's all. I'm a fan.
You're a fan of just that one?
No, of them in general.
Well, I was talking about the very first one is up by the fairgrounds. Okay,
moving on.
That's the one.
This is you,
no,
sir.
No. This is gonna resolve itself on its own volition. It is or momentum, whichever you choose. It's up by the fairgrounds, and they are now taking that one out because for that situation, it ain't the way to go.
Gotcha.
So all I'm saying is a diverging diamond isn't the answer to everything. A roundabout might be. All right.
Touche.
moving on.
Wait, hold on. Was that an appropriate use of touche? I think so. Oh, no. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, moving on.
We've only done 2 stories.
I know,
We're
exactly.
five
We're
minutes
5
in.
minutes in. People, hold
It's
on.
Friday, though. People don't care. They can get to work late.
They
Doesn't
might.
matter. It's Friday.
Go on.
A huge, really cool looking development set to come to Lake of the Ozarks, being pushed back a little bit, slowed down. It was going to be an amusement park with restaurants, retail, and all that stuff called Oasis at Lakeport. Instead of 2024, the opening date is more like April of 25 for the initial stages, just to get the thing started. It will continue to expand, developers tell us, into 2026. So it's a process. The developer is out of St. Louis. It's called Skyview Partners. And Lake of the, if you know St. Louis, you know that everybody from St. Louis goes to Lake of the Ozarks. They love it. I have a bunch of friends from high school. They go there all the time. Used to watch me on TV, and it was funny when they would call me or text me. They would text me when they're in town at the lake, and they would give me words to say during the news. And I would, within the first 2 sentences of my next story, say the words that they told me to say. And that they got a big kick out of that. And I did too.
I'm pretty sure the only word that I've ever worked in that felt non, like flow was tumultuous.
Oh, you can use that.
But it was on a story that was hard to use it. But I did it. Did it.
Somebody tell you to do it?
Yeah, someone told me to do it. Someone in the newsroom.
Oh. When I was a
producer,
when I was a producer in Las Vegas, it was one of my first jobs. My first place of real work was at the NBC affiliate in Las Vegas, and I was a producer of the 11 o'clock p.m. newscast, which is their 10 o'clock. We do 10, they do 11 because they're on the West Coast. And we had a weather guy. He was fantastic. He was so good at doing that on the fly that I would give him in his ear. I had a mouthpiece that went into his ear during his weathercast, and it's all ad-lib. He ad-libs the entire thing. I would give him a word to say, and he would say it within 15 seconds. And the word would get increasingly more difficult throughout his 3.5-minute weathercast. So this is how news people, the people in the control room, entertained ourselves. Was doing dumb things like that, but it was fun, and he was really, really good at it. I could never do it because when I would do it, I was reading a script, so that part of my brain could read the script,
right,
and my other part of my brain could think creatively. He was making it all up, so it was really impressive.
Yeah, it's hard to read words that are not in front of you, like when you had to ad lib something about a story because you knew what was written was accidentally like wrong or mistyped or something, but you're staring at the words. That's hard to do.
That's why we're professionals.
I know. It's
Not
possible.
everybody can do this. All right. It's now 8 minutes in and we've done 3 stories.
All right, go.
Back to the news. We told you about this a few days ago. It's official now. It's becoming official. Kansas City Chiefs are, in fact, making Branson their vacation destination officially. Isn't that cool? The Chiefs signed a multi-year agreement with the Branson Lakes Area Tourism Community Enhancement District. So what's that mean for fans? They'll get things like a season kickoff rally with some of the Chiefs players in attendance down in Branson. They'll also get, what else? Large presence at the NFL's draft coverage. Branson will. And you'll see signage about Branson at Arrowhead Stadium. That's just some of the cool stuff that you'll see because of this new partnership, this new relationship between the Chiefs and our favorite vacation destination, Branson. Mo.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
All right. The Springfield Business Journal had a tasty story that we thought we'd share. They are talking about a new donut chain possibly coming to town. Shipley Donuts is based in Texas, but apparently they are eyeing Springfield as part of an expansion plan that they have. They do have a location in Harrison, Arkansas. Again, it is a chain, and they haven't settled on Springfield, but they're looking at it, which is only interesting because I feel like we now have several donut shops.
We
in
do.
Springfield.
We have
There are
St.
lots of
George's,
choices.
Hertz, lots of places to get donuts. But
Parlor
hey,
is new,
Parlor
right? We
Donut.
did that. That's where, yeah. I mean, several.
Oh,
So,
true.
meanwhile,
Springfield likes
another
their donuts. That's what that tells me.
I guess I don't get me wrong. I like some junk food, but I'm not a huge donut fan.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's more donuts for me.
There's one donut shop in town that I love. You know the one.
That.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
I'm not getting paid to say this. St. George's. I'm not. But they're the best. That's all I'm saying. All right. Another Springfield restaurant, meanwhile, is closing down. Sugar Fire Smokehouse, which is barbecue, is no more. They were located on Republic Road, basically right across the street from the YMCA, and they are now closed.
That was kind of a tough location, I think. I don't. While it got traffic, it didn't get like, I'm hungry. What can we eat? Traffic. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, if you like to take vacations like we do, perhaps you visited a national park this summer. Man, we have so many friends who just did like national park tours where you just drive to a bunch of them. A lot of people did that. Visitor spending at national parks hit a record high over the past year, 16% higher compared to 2021, when people were still taking those COVID vacations, when you did everything outside if you could. So national parks, they're back. They're back, everybody.
I love it.
And then there's this Realtor.com is a popular real estate website. Apparently, Springfield is a big hit there. The zip code 65804, Southeast Springfield, is among the hottest spots searched on the website in the United States. The report measures market demand and the pace of the market based on listing data from January to June. It also has other places in Missouri that are popular. They include Baldwin outside St. Louis, Columbia, and Jefferson City.
Yeah. Must be college people for Columbia, which would make sense. And then government stuff for Jeff City. But Baldwin, yeah, I've never been to Baldwin, right outside of St. Louis. I've seen the sign for it. They host a cool triathlon. It's about all I know about Baldwin. But
yeah. I don't think I would have a house in Baldwin. Just
okay.
from what I know.
Well, here it is. If you have never seen it, I have, and it is a sight to behold. This weekend at Lake of the Ozarks is the annual Shootout boat races. Hundreds of thousands of people come to this. Hundreds of thousands. Think about that. To Lake of the Ozarks to watch this. Huge fundraiser for multiple charities. Last year, they raised $625,000 plus. This year, they're expecting more than that and bigger crowds. It is also a nationally recognized event as a race to see. Just a popular race that even people apparently from out of the country come to watch. Last year, they donated to 32 charities, and it's happening tomorrow and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday on the main channel where Captain Ron's is located in Sunrise Beach.
Wow.
There you go.
I mean, you just watch it from anywhere, or you get on boats and watch it?
I was watching. No, they have bleachers. They had bleachers because it's a race. So there's two speedboats, side by side or whatever. And they're racing. So you're watching them as if you're at a car race, except for you're not. You're at a boat race.
Well, yeah, but at a car, yeah, okay.
And I think it's not like an official race event. It's just a fun one. It's a charity one. But it's very, very popular, wildly popular. I remember doing stories on it years ago. It's been going on for a number of years. And it was always just a cool thing and so dangerous. And I think part of the draw is the danger zone element,
Yeah. Highway to the
the
danger
adrenaline
zone.
Yeah. Okay.
All
And
right.
then finally, we want to tell you about our contest for aroundtheozarks.com.
Yeah, you better get on the stick too, because today, the game's tomorrow.
Yes, games tomorrow. You can win
The
2
Chiefs
tickets
game.
to watch the Chiefs play at Arrowhead. And then there's another contest where you can win a pair of tickets to the Chiefs game happening tomorrow. If you fill out a survey, like a questionnaire, it's like a demographics, like who is watching Around the Ozarks and what type of content do you like? So if you fill out both of those, if you enter to win and then you enter and actually fill out the survey, you'll be entered twice. So check it out at aroundtheozarks.com.
Yeah, you can do both at aroundtheozarks.com. The first step is just entering the contest. If you want to go beyond that and double your chances, you fill out the survey, and you're in. And you got pretty good odds. I mean, these ain't lottery odds. They're a lot better than that. So,
okay, guys, happy weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday, and we'll talk about how great it was.
All right, there's your Around the Ozarks in 15-ish.
Yeah.
Because
most of the talking was done
somebody kept talking.
Most of the talking was done. This is rare because most of the talking was done in the first 8 minutes. And then we really picked up the pace, got some news in.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Here's your host, Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it. It is Friday in the Ozarks. It's still hot. I wish I could tell you that I had all good news for you this morning, but it's another day with excessive heat warnings across the region. But maybe better today, heat index 110 instead of 120. So we're heading in the right direction, folks. Everybody is looking forward to a cool down. I think we're going to hold on to the heat for today for sure. Saturday's still hot. And then I'm thinking that we are going to see conditions that are really just going to be muggy across the region through the rest of the afternoon today. But let's dive right into the forecast, shall we? Some of the weather headlines. Well, they include that we are going to see heat and humidity linger. Of course, today we have excessive heat warnings out for all of the Ozarks. A high temperature today. How about 100 degrees? It is going to feel more like 105 to 110. So still definitely a day to use caution if you have anything to do outdoors on this Friday night plans. It's going to be hot. I have a whole lot of sunshine in the forecast today. There is about a 5% chance for a little isolated shower. A front is on the way. Of course, we have a lot of moisture. I don't expect that we're going to see widespread rain, unfortunately, but a few folks could get a little isolated shower later today. I think Southern Ozarks probably have a better chance at seeing that. The wind not going to help us out much. We have a southwest breeze in the forecast, and I'm expecting that turns to a north wind tomorrow behind the cold front that comes through on Saturday. Overall, though, the weekend, we are stepping the temperatures down. Heat and humidity lingering today. Excessive heat warnings out. Those go through 10 p.m. tonight. I expect that we do see a cool down. By Saturday, that cold front that I mentioned, it pushes through the region. Now, even though we have a cold front, we just don't have the perfect setup for a whole lot of thunderstorm activity. About a 20 to 30% chance for a few isolated showers on Saturday. It is not going to be a whole lot, definitely not the rainmaker that you want, but then isolated storm chances exist on Sunday too. Now, with that round on Sunday, we've got a whole lot of moisture in the atmosphere. We could see some of the rain showers provide some really heavy downpours. I'm talking like the kind you don't want to get stuck in if you're driving. So be on the lookout for that by Sunday, and temperatures each day step down. So today, Friday, we're at 100. Tomorrow, I've got us back into the low 90s, 92. By Sunday, I have a high temperature that falls into the 80s. So we are heading in the right direction, definitely for the weekend, and we start to introduce some rain chances also. I expect that thunderstorm potential is going to be best on Saturday evening and on Sunday. Much of the time, though, we may remain dry through the weekend. Low rain chances, we're talking, 30 to 40% chances for Saturday and Sunday. And I'm expecting isolated nature here. However, some of the storms that get going could have some really heavy downpours in them, as I mentioned. A much cooler air mass, that's what's going to be in place for us early next week. In fact, I have a couple of days in the low 80s next week. Monday starts off really nice next week. Another frontal boundary on the way, and that's the one that's going to cut all this awful humidity, lower the dew point for us, and it's going to feel a whole lot more comfortable. So here's how this looks. As we head to the weekend, today near 100, heat index near 110. It's still going to be really humid on Saturday if you've got lake plans, if you've got pool plans. The temperatures are better, but still high humidity. Definitely you need a way to cool off if you're going to be enjoying the outdoors on Saturday. By Sunday, a few folks, especially if you get the rain, I have us staying in the 70s in a few spots. I'm thinking low 80s, more likely about 84 degrees. The forecast for Springfield by Sunday. It's going to feel a whole lot better though. And those warmer temperatures, the upper 80s, they stay in the southern Ozarks. Northern counties are going to be a little bit cooler with upper 70s possible on Sunday. Now, by Monday, that's when we really start cooling off. 82 degrees, the forecasted high temperature for Monday. And that's when the humidity will be gone. And we are all looking forward to that. Across the country this weekend, making headlines, of course, the big heat dome that's bringing this record-breaking heat wave to the central portion of the United States. It breaks for us a bit here in the Ozarks late in the weekend, thank goodness. And then the other big headline across the country for the weekend will be this potential for some strong thunderstorms and even some flash flooding. That's going to happen for the central Great Basin into the central high plains. That happens through this afternoon and through this evening. And then those folks get a little bit of relief too. It's that frontal boundary, though, out there today, back to our northwest and northwest Kansas, that's going to push through for us tomorrow. It will create our isolated storm chance, a little bit of a better chance by Sunday. We'll be dodging a few rain chances this weekend, but overall, a nice weekend and definitely one where it's necessary because we are finally heading out of those record-setting hot temperatures that we've been dealing with. All right, it's time to get to the brain twister question for the day. I bet a lot of folks probably, well, maybe know this one. A favorite movie for many. Definitely one of my favorite movies. It is so good. Which line in Forrest Gump did Tom Hanks ad-lib? Do you think it was A, stupid is as stupid does? B, my name is Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump. C, me and Jenny goes together like peas and carrots. And D, life is like a box of chocolates. Which one of those do you think Tom Hanks came up with on the spot? That was yesterday's question. And if you know the history of this movie, you know that the answer is B. My name is Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump. Supposedly, Tom Hanks came up with that on the spot while shooting Forrest Gump. Any of those lines. I mean, that movie has just so many iconic lines. You just could pick any one of them. But this one was apparently an ad lib from Tom Hanks. If I'm being honest, though, doesn't it kind of sound like maybe a mistake? Like maybe he forgot the line and that's what he came up with? Sometimes that's the best material, though. My name is Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump. That is the answer for today's brain twister. I want to show you tomorrow's, or actually, this is Monday's. I'll answer this one on Monday. How about that? You got the weekend to think about it. Here it is. Which state's citizens speak the quickest? Do you think it is A, Iowa, B, Massachusetts, C, Minnesota, or D, Oregon? Who's got the fast talkers? Let me know what you think. You can do that over on the Around the Ozarks Facebook page. Take your guess there. I will have the answer for you bright and early on Monday morning. Speaking of, while you're going to answer that quiz question, we have two chances to win a pair of tickets to tomorrow's Kansas City Chiefs game at Arrowhead Stadium. So don't miss this opportunity. Head over to aroundtheozarks.com. There you can click on the banner, enter for a chance to win, and then you can double your luck or double your chances of winning by filling out the demographic questionnaire. We are going to draw the winner at noon today. So make sure you get those submissions in. Again, you have two chances to enter a pair of Chiefs tickets. And the weather looks a little bit better. Kansas City, one of the places that will be enjoying the cooler weather. I think the isolated rain chances hold off there for game time. So, hey, head to Kansas City if you don't have weekend plans. Looks like a great weekend for a game. Thank you so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. My name is Abby Dyer. People call me Abby Dyer. For up-to-the-minute weather information all the weekend long, make sure you head to aroundtheozarks.com for that too. We've got you covered. Thanks for listening, and I will chat with you on Monday morning.